I am Jay Switchman. I'm the world's worst gamer. I get confused easily and discombobulated. My pronouns are Zenith and Quasar. You can say Zenith if you want, but I prefer Zenith. And my other pronoun is Tupi Tupi Binu Binu. All right, let's start. Anyway. I doubt those people will ever imagine that a hero was actually trying to take Alabasta. You know what? I can't read it. Nobody's interested. Let's skip. Nobody's interested in this at all. You know, cheer me up. Put a comment. Don't hurt me, though. Don't hurt me. That one place looks like Alberta. The second one on the right. All right, let's get this guy. Breakthrough, easy, easy. All right, let's do this. Let's get this going. Let's put on the what. Oh God, a ping pong. These fucking guys. Look out, Iron Sheik. This is logical. Anyway, here we go. I forgot to keep talking. I am on 50 milligram gummy bears, which I ate a quarter of because 50 milligrams is a lot. I once got so up there in the gummy bears because they didn't work, so I waited hours. So I took a second one and nothing happened. So I ate 3 more. Okay? Within 10 minutes of the one more, I had to go to sleep. I was really tired. I didn't sleep well at that time, and I had to go number 2. So anyway, I got to the toilet, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I knew how to do the number 2, but my butthole was too tired to make a doo-doo, and that's truthful. Anyway, you know, I'm just putting these out here. You know, I'm in the politics. You know, I think there will be a lot of violence in the next couple of days, but we'll skip that. You know. I want you to enjoy the show. Look at this guy. Oh, tall, handsome, blonde. Oh, you think you're better than me because I look like a caveman? Fuck are you? Now, look at this guy. Smoker. That's a cool name, man. Smoker. When I was a kid, I used to be able to go to the store and buy my mom cigarettes. In all possibilities, I could have chose the same brand of cigarettes as my mother and try one, but I never did. Now, have I tried a cigarette? I did at this bar called the Opera House. It was more of a club. It was a club. And I took a drag off of that cigarette, and I proceeded to vomit under the table I was sitting at. So that's a tip. If you're going to puke at a bar, do it under the table, okay? Stick your head out, puke under the table, and get up and leave, all right? Now, you might have to pay for it karma-wise, but you won't get kicked out of the bar. You just get up and leave, and somebody else finds the puke, and they're like, somebody puked here. The bouncers don't know who it is, and you remain in a good position. Okay? So that's always a good thing. The audio's real loud to me. I think I'll have to go into... See, I don't know how to use the... Yeah. There we go. Oh my God, I could have turned it down with the volume button. You know, that shows you that just a quarter of a 50 milligram gummy bear that is infused with Chinese food can confuse you. So anyway, back to smoking. So in my country, which is, we'll say, is the United States shirt. Just kidding, they call us the hat. Canada. We're allowed to have Cuban cigars because we don't have a trade embargo with Cuba. Therefore, I was able to get my hands on 2 Cuban cigars from Niagara Falls, in which we used to go clubbing. Now, many Americans came across the border to club because you could be 19 and party down. And anyway, we started smoking the Cuban cigars, my friend Ryan and I, and all I got was just dizzy. I got real dizzy. I felt like I was real sick, and I just felt awful. So I had my head down, and we're driving. I had to pee really bad, so I said, "Man, I got to pee too bad for us to hold on till we get home," because we were on the highway and shit, the QEW, and Queen Elizabeth Highway. Drink a coffee. Anyway, so we went to the laundromat, and I got in, and I went into the public bathroom, and as I was peeing, I could see myself in the mirror, and I thought to myself, what kind of bathroom has a mirror over the toilet? And when I looked down, I was peeing in the sink. So, you know, when I was a kid, you know, they make Cuban cigars look like they're the best things. Like JFK bought like a shitload of cigars before he made the trade embargo with Cuba. Okay, like he went and got a shitload of cigars and then made the trade embargo. So he gave himself, you know, literally cigars for a lifetime. So that's an interesting tale there. Anyway, I am, you know, Zorro. In my time, Zorro was a show I looked forward to that would come on Disney, not the Disney Channel, but a show that that would come on ABC, which at the time wasn't owned by Disney. But anyway, that's where we watched it. Or CBC, which is Canada's NBC, for sucks worse than NBC. No, you know, we had good shit though when we were a kid, like stuff, you know. You know, if with the exception of Bill Clinton being in office in the 90s, the 90s were pretty rockin'. You know, it was a good time. You didn't have a care in the world. Anyway, oh, look at this guy. Look at this smoker. You thought smoking was going to get you? My sword got you. Oh, he took off. Anyway, What's the difference between Joe Biden and a bucket of shit? The bucket. I'm just drinking Maxwell House coffee from a 5-needle Keurig. Okay, 5 needles, and that is for a more flavorful coffee. Makes it nice for us to write a little song. Google this, okay? Google Helen Keller. All right? Okay. And now it's time for my hilarious joke. Helen Keller can find her way off stage better than Joe Biden. If you look that up, Joe Biden, Helen Keller was born deaf and blind. But here's the thing. She was born deaf and blind. But she was able to have the speech. Okay? Now, the way deaf people learn to talk is by watching people's mouths move. Okay? And, read lips, as they say, and figure out the pronunciation of the words. Now, of course, they don't sound, great. They're like, plain one piece. But, they get their message across. And so, anyway, we're supposed to believe that she learned to talk through vibrations. Okay? Feeling the vibrations of something coming out of the mouth. Now, if you don't know how to curl your tongue, or you can't feel your tongue vibrate on you can't feel a tongue vibrate on a roof of a person's mouth. So I think it was all a gig to make money. Like, people paid to go see her doing speeches, right? Imagine, like, oh, fucking deaf guy's giving a speech. Let's go listen to him talk, right? Unless it was a comedy act. And then some words you just can't understand, so that thing would backfire. I'm pretty smart. Anyway. Oh. This is a pretty good game. It's really easy, but, you're still having a good time. I should pay attention to the story. That's the whole thing of the game. But I don't know how to edit. And every time I sit down to edit, I go, I don't want to learn this. I went to school for 3 months to learn how to do that. And all we learned was, we didn't even get, I didn't get to even opening an editing program, which at the time was on a Mac. And I'm talking, this is like when I was 19, because I was able to go to the bar. So that would be in 1995, 96. Or, so anyway, I totally forgot what I was talking about. So, see, I keep chopping the blue guys. The thing is if you take your fingers and just do that X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, Y, X, Y, you don't have to do the thumb thing. Like, my brain can't do it unless I'm playing like Call of Duty or something, which I am the worst at. Okay, I got beat by a kid. And then Yeah, there's kids out there that are just. Some of these people that are out there and make money is on doing something like this is amazing. Like, I really like my job. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I don't know, man. It's work, like labor, and I have to move and stuff, and I like it. And you know, this is a good gig if you could make the money, but I would still want to do some physical stuff because I'm at that age where everything I do is fat, you know. God. You know, look at this. Boom. Oh, that's bullshit. I'm drinking coffee. These Marines are pussies. Like, they're not even trying. You know, they're not even trying. Look at them. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Vivi, where can we go? There's a secret piece I used as a kid in the Navy. The Navy will got it. Let's go, guys. Game makers should realize that some people, so it's a tiny bit blurry, and it makes you read slow. I used to be able to read pretty fast, but I just got out of reading. You know, I was reading whose biography was reading, and I just stopped reading after it. I don't even want to say his name. I think he's a huge piece of shit. So, or like reading someone's biography makes you hate people. Like, I don't like Anthony Kiedis now, all because of his book. You know, he wrote a book, and now I think he's a dick and a piece of shit. Allies with low strength will have a green ring displayed around them. Get close to your ally and restore their life. All right. Who's green? Who's green? When I was a kid, being green was you never kissed a girl. True story. Somebody called you green. It is. Okay. Submissions may take place in approaching battles. Various. Okay. I'm going to do a submission. Submission, you get it? Wrestling. Oh, Kishinuka! Man, like, you may be saving the world or this, but you are fucking up a lot of buildings and houses. I mean, people live there. This is property damage. Property damage. Open another drink of coffee. Open the treasure items with special effects. I'm special. Okay, I'm just trying to look up something. Whoa. If I die in this, see, I was looking down at my phone, eh? Even the old dads, they look down at their phone. You know, I grew up with technology, and technology grew up with me. And for the most part, well, I always figure shit out. Let's put it that way. But I can't program anything. You know, if I was able to program a game, I would do an artsy one, like about a depressed baby. And the mother of the baby, well, depressed baby doesn't know who her father is. And it could be a him, but it'd be more of a her in my head. And anyway, her mother travels around, and she's plays Dora in all the stage shows that you bring your kids to, or that you seen when you were a little kid. And Anyway, they just drive around in a sweaty van all the time, and everybody smelly. You know, because they have to wear big suits and pretend that they're being Doris Felice or what's his name, Sneaker or fucking Snoopy. Wait, I watched it 1,000,000 times. Sniper. Anyway, oh, that guy died. See, I let that guy die. I think. Anyway, I took their aura. Look at this. No problem. Even Helen Keller could play this game. Okay? But that bitch could see. She could at least see. She might have been deaf, but she could see. Like, I could pretend to be blind. You know? I'm pretending to be blind right now. Okay? I'm blind. I can't see. Now, if you're watching this and you're blind, I'm not making fun of blind people. I'm just saying Helen Keller was bullshit. Because you can't talk through vibrations. And this guy that pointed this out to me is a famous person. But every time I try to remember his name, the wrong actor's name comes out of my mouth. That's where I got that from. I mean, I think of what most of I said was my own, but he pointed it out to me, like as he was talking, and like I got distracted, and I just looked it up. You know, I wanted to hear it talk and for myself and see what happens. Anyway, it's pretty good. You can look it up. What is his name? I know it's got Owen in it because the Owen rhymes with my son's name, and so here we go. You know, there's a lot of talking going on. They could be saying anything like white people suck, you know, North Americans are smelly, and yeah, ooh, something about underwear, I think, is what they're saying. Look at this. And why is this woman here? Why are you... Is she helping me? Everybody's... Look at this. You'd be out of breath right now. You would have been out of breath in real life a long time ago, you know? Even a man with tremendous cardio would be out of breath. Unless they had some kind of superpower or something. That would be a cool superpower, not running out of breath. Like, you could fight. You could fight anybody. Cardio is important. You can fight anyone. You fucking run around in a circle. You know? Pretend you're an airplane. And that's a good idea too. Like, if someone wants to fight you, just pretend you're an airplane. Just like run around, spread your arms, and pretend you're an airplane. And you know, if the person is of good quality, they would, you know, be like, "What the fuck, man?" You know, that or you know, if you're a girl or a guy and you were going to get violated in some way, pretend you're a plane. And if that doesn't work, like, just take a dump in your pants. Right? Look at this property damage. That guy only like you owe me fucking 600,298 trillion yen. You know? Destroy. Look at this house. Oh, house. Fuck you, house. I got molested in here. Anyway. Oh, he's fucking got a COVID mask on. COVID is over! Not in Japan. Oh, yeah. It's true. Well, we still got policies going on in Japan. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. He should have died more dramatically, though. Look at this. Oh, ooh, where's the whore? That's what somebody just said. Man. Yeah, if you had good cardio, you could purposely start like a handicap fight. And by that I mean 3 against 1. Sorry. It's a wrestling term. You know, they either say a handicap match, which means like it's 3 against or 2 against 1, or a 3-way. Okay? We all know what comes into your head when you hear 3-way. Okay? It's 3 people getting along really good. Oh, yeah. Fucking depressed baby, you fucking have to wear a gown. Depressed baby, your mom washes your stuff out of laundry place in some strange town or city. Oh, your mom has to be in friggin' Edmonton at 6 p.m. and Grand Prairie at 8 p.m. Grand Prairie, Alberta. It's impossible. It's a 4-hour ride in a van. You can't do it. So you would perform in Edmonton and drive 4 hours and spend your night in a hotel, and you're, got 4 other people in there sharing 2 queen-size beds. Okay, and smelling each other's farts, and you snore like my ex. And baby's awake all the time, but it knows not to cry because it's too depressed to cry. Just listens to The Cure. It's old school. She's emo. Man, what if I'm not fucking recording this, and I'm talking, and talking. Oh yeah, I'm going. Anyway, this is way too easy. This is like Kirby. Kirby games are easy, I think. I never played a Kirby game. I never was interested. Kirby came out at the end of the lifespan of the NES, and I was a Genesis kid. Mega Drive. But I doubt anybody from another country will ever watch this. Anyway, look at these guys. Hey, dudes, what's going on? 4,500 KO. That's a lot of KOs. You notice that it's knockout. I'm knocking them out. They're not dying. They're okay. They're going to wake up, tell their wives they got their ass kicked by this one guy with green hair. And then the wife's going to go, do you think his pubes are green? And then, he's going to go, I don't know. I was knocked out. I wasn't looking there. And he had pants on. I find, like, in a lot of countries, all sexes or genders wear pants. I think that all 45,678 genders, the high percentage of them would mostly be pants-wearing individuals, no matter what gender of the 4,965 genders. a nice pantsuit. How many countries have you pooped in? Comments down below. I've only pooped in Canada, but I pooped in British Columbia. I pooped in Alberta, a whole bunch. Many cities in Alberta. I pooped in Ontario, a whole bunch. I pooped in Nova Scotia 3 times. And New Brunswick, I pooped in New Brunswick a whole lot too. I pooped in Quebec while on a train, so that counts as pooping in Quebec. So I never pooped in Manitoba. I never pooped in Saskatchewan. I never pooped in Newfoundland. I never pooped in PEI. And I definitely never even came close to pooping in Nunavut or the Northwest Territories. But yeah, how many provinces or states have you pooped in? Have you pooped in every state? All 54. Okay, Joe Biden has said there's 54 states, so that means it's true. Yeah, okay, let's keep going here. You know, this is becoming very monotonous. You know, it's too easy. But we can't have like a Souls-like game, as they say. Everything's so different now. You know what made fucking sense when I was a kid? And we were the only town that I know of that said it. And this makes sense. Like, we would rent a game for the weekend. Like, say it was Super Mario 3. And then your buddy would go, Did you wrap Super Mario 3 yet? And it meant finish. Did you wrap it? Wrap it up. You know, finish it. That was pretty good. And back in the day, people used to call kids that's welfare, you know? And you would go to school and somebody would go, that's welfare, or that's check, you know, welfare check. But leave out the welfare and say check, or say welfare and leave out the check, you know? But you'd be like, man, those sneakers you're wearing are check. Because everything was name brands back when I grew up. You know, it was Nike or Reebok. And if you didn't, like, we had this brand of shoes called Trax. Trax. And they were cheap fucking shoes you would get Kmart or Zellers or the Bay. We had a Bay here. And, you know, you buy a pair of Trax. And the thing is that the slaves that they used to make the sneakers, like, you know, would put in great big letters the name of the sneaker, Trax, you know, like it was awesome. And you would go to school and say your mom bought you purple Trax. Everybody would like make fun of you. Oh, you're fucking wearing Trax. Oh, you're fucking idiot. Holy fucking shit, man. You're fucking wearing Trax. You know? And anyway, I know all these words because, I'm almost dead. Anyway, because people called me check and people called me welfare. But, you know, at least when I went up to them and touched them, they didn't go, ew, you got Jay Switchman germs. We had this one girl, her name was Marcia. I won't say her last name. I'll make up a last name, Poyle. Okay? They would say she would touch you, and then like somebody, the person who was touched would run up to you and put their hand on you and say, Marcia Poyle germs. And, you know, I feel bad about that now, but she's not a good-looking girl. And there was this one time I was at Subway and I was drunk, and this guy was working there, and I just didn't, this guy just, not that I'm not attracted to guys, but he was, he would have had germs if we weren't in junior high school or middle school, whatever the fuck you call it, but we called it junior high. But anyway, he has like his teeth. He had these big fucking teeth, and he worked at Subway, and he was making my sub, and see, what am I doing here? Mission: give smoker a beating. I thought I already fucking beat smoker. Anyway, I told him not to show his teeth while he was making my sandwich because it was going to make me sick. And I was going to have a meatball sub. And, I might have been bullied, but I was an asshole too. Like I could dish it out just as good as they could. And, for a little while, I spent a lot of time running or just getting beat up until I eventually figured out that if I fought back, they would be the ones that got beat up. This one time, this guy was trying to fight me, and I didn't want to fight because I didn't want to get in trouble at school. I didn't want to get suspended. I don't want, something like that to happen. So I tried not to fight. So I also got real lucky here, but anyway, everybody's like going, fight, 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 fight. And for some reason, this guy, he was a friend, and he's still a friend, but he would do stuff. But anyway, he put gum in his hair, my hair, and I can pretty much guarantee he probably goes, if you give me 25 cents, I'll put this gum in Jason's hair. He'd do anything. Like, by the time he reached high school, it was $2. Everything would be like, if you did it, you get $2. So anyway, he put the gum in my hair, and I got lucky because I was able to take the gum right out. But I grabbed the guy who wanted to fight me, and I threw him around like a rag doll. And then we got caught by the teacher. And I didn't get suspended. I had to go to the office, and I think I had to apologize, but that was a long, long time ago. Whew, I'm sweating real bad because I'm drinking a coffee at 10 to 2 in the morning. So I work the night shift. The night shift is the right shift. I'll get the... You know what I don't understand is like, I started off watching Dragon Ball in Japanese, and obviously Goku's gonna be done by a woman because child labor laws and such. But when we got to Dragon Ball Z, I switched over to dubbing because I just couldn't do it anymore. Like I want to watch a fucking show. Like, I want to watch the action, and I don't want to be looking at words because I can't do it at once. Okay, I can't see the words and what's happening on the fucking TV at once. I try to be traditional because YouTube tries to lead you into some sort of, you're this kind of person if you can't watch subtitles of Japanese stuff. Everybody's so fucking entitled now, and everybody's so sensitive. You like, whenever a guy was a nerd, you used to go, "Hey, nerd, what's up?" And you joke around with each other, and But now, if you call someone a nerd, like they're like, "You called me a nerd," blah, blah, blah. And then you want to beat them up. You want to beat them up. In high school, there's this big fucking loser. Nobody liked him. Like, he was, I don't know what it was at the time. There was just something about him. But anyway, one of the the jocks or the preps is what we used to call them. Preps, you know, like preppy. That's what we called them in the 90s because we had a big fucking mill here, and all the kids' fathers that worked at the mill were making hand over fist money. So anyway, the preps. So one of the preps was picking on this guy that everybody hated, like nerd, loser. Anyway, so the prep is wearing cowboy boots, and he's wearing cowboy boots in the wintertime. And, you know, he was such a dick that he was wearing fucking expensive cowboy boots to school. And, you know, I'm in Canada, and I didn't grow up in Alberta, so, like, what's your excuse to have cowboy boots? But if you know, cowboy boots are real fucking slippery. Like, they're fucking slippery. So the prep takes a swing at the dork, and the dork grabs the prep's shirt, and the prep just starts fucking slipping on the ice outside in the smoking area, because you could smoke at school back then. You know, we had smoking period. Recess was called nutrition break. So, anyway, the friggin' prep is just slipping and slipping and slipping. And the fucking dork is just beating him fucking merciful. Like, the guy's punches, I guess, were just like, you know, that nerd had like a lot of dork strength. And anyway, the guy got annihilated, the prep. The next day in school, at the time, nothing happened because it was at the end of school, and none of the teachers noticed. Or was it first class? But anyway, I was in the dorks class, and the prep couldn't come into school because he was humiliated and, you know, swollen as fuck. Anyway, and then the dork is in my class at the beginning of the morning, and he gets his name announced over the intercom, and the last words he says as he gets up, and he was taller than most of us. He was a tall guy, but he gets up and he goes, "I guess I'll see you guys in a couple of days, or maybe a week." And he got up and left. Now, what came out of that is the dork never gained any popularity. Nobody got revenge on him. But the guy who got beat up, like, I swear, like, if he didn't get beat up that day, like, he would have been a totally different person. You know, like, when I looked him up when we got older, he had like a friggin' million piercings. He doesn't anymore, from what I've seen, but he got like a million piercings. And all I could think about when I seen that was, yeah, take that, smoker. You know, was if he didn't get beat up that day, he wouldn't have all those fucking piercings. You know, imagine if you got beat up by the friggin' biggest loser in school. You know, that kind of shit happens. The biggest loser in school beats the shit out of you. What happens to you? What happens to your stature? You go down rung by rung. You may still have the same friends, but they look at you in a different way. They defend you with that fucking wearing cowboy boots excuse, but they still think differently of you. And that one moment changed his whole life. Now the other fella, well, shit happened to him. Not like in school. Man, I'm hot. I'm fucking hot. And I bet you it's like 6 degrees Celsius Alexa, what's the temperature? Oh, good guess. Outside. It is 6 degrees Celsius, if you couldn't hear that. No. Oh my God, this is so repetitive. I don't want to play this. I don't want to play this. So this is the end. I hope this entertained you while you were taking a dump. I hope it provided you some entertainment. Maybe you're waiting at a bus stop. And, you know, I just want to thank all 2 to 4 of you for stopping in. I'm going to save this game if I can figure it out. I'll have to restart it. No, I'm going to finish this, but I'm going to end the recording, which is a live stream that nobody is watching. Okay? And if you know Depressed Baby, play this for them. Okay? Just cheer up that depressed baby. Because, you know, the door of life isn't so good. You have yourself a good night and a good day. Smash that like button, even if you're my children that I ask to watch, just so I can get a view. All right? Peace.